Oh, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 640 of FloWrestling Radio Live. I'm your host, Christian Piles, joined as always by Double Thumbs Up, Oliver the Bear. You're not the bear with that look, though. I'm not playing the bear. There we go. Ben Funky Askren and Kyle Bradkey. We are here. Oh boy, giggles.
Oliver's made me think about it. You know what? I totally forgot. I was texted during the show yesterday. I didn't check it. My good friend Marcus Hayne out of roughly St. Louis, Missouri. He said, number one, he loves Ollie. Number two, he takes you up on your 30-second hand fight. So when he sees you, it's on. It's on, baby.
You're not going to like that hand fight either, Ollie. Marcus Hayne was a bad dude.
All right, I'm going to say this. Unless I see him first.
Ooh!
I'm not backing down now. Come and find me. I've never been collar tied before. 30 seconds. Let's go.
The thing about bears, he's never been collar tied. Well, the thing about bears, they are pretty good hand fighters, just naturally, genetically. So this is something, Ollie, it's not something you trained, you were born with, and then enhanced it. Is that our understanding?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little bit of nature and nurture.
Okay, wow. Now, Ollie,
but shout out Marcus. Thank you for the fandom. And hey, if you give me my beating, I gotta take it. But I'm gonna come for you first.
And I'm excited to have this level of attention from Ollie because he told me when he walked in today, he's like, "Yo, if by like 9 o'clock I'm mad distracted, it's because I'm trying to buy Jordans." So he literally openly admits.
Jordans? What does that mean?
Yeah, tell him.
There's some Jordan 4s dropping today, and they're going to be super hard to get. Hey,
are we talking about tennis shoes?
We're talking about tennis shoes. Tennis
I love
shoes.
when people call them tennis shoes. But yeah, we're talking tennis shoes here. And so anybody in the chat, if you guys got the sneakers app, help me out here. It's going to be a tough draw. A lot of people going for them. It's going to be a low chance of me getting them. So, I mean, if you help a friend out, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, if you get
I wouldn't
Ollie,
expect Ben to understand. He's walking around barefoot everywhere.
I haven't bought a pair of tennis shoes, Ollie, in decade plus, maybe 15 years.
You know what? I'm not surprised at all because you call them tennis shoes, and if you went and bought them,
maybe 20 years, maybe 20 years.
When you walked into finish line, they'd be like, "Would you like some sneakers?" Not tennis shoes. But since you bought them in 1984, the last time, they're probably not. Yeah, they were probably going to buy tennis shoes then. But yeah.
So what I would like to do is crowdsource this so that everyone else tries to get Ollie the shoes so that Ollie can focus on the show. So if you can help Ollie get the sneakers on the show, we'll give you a shout out or something.
I'll give you $50 on top of the amount of money for the shoes.
Okay, that's just up to Anna. I was hoping the shout out would get it done, but Ollie is just really ambitious to spend money.
Both.
Okay.
You get both.
So hey guys, there's actual real smoke about this Max Dean to Penn State thing.
Oh boy. I don't buy it, Christian. I don't buy it.
He's not buying it.
Okay, Ben doesn't buy it. I think it's a real thing.
Max Dean to Penn State is like Dogecoin. Ben's not buying.
Yeah, not buying. Michigan, I think they're going home to Michigan, right? That's where they want to be. Man, and Cornell Penn State had such a rivalry for a long time. You know, maybe not quite as much anymore, but definitely. You know, like those Bozak and Quentin Wright years.
Oh, my gosh.
There was some heat there. So I'm not buying it because I bet Gabe Dean still feels the heat a little bit.
I don't know. I mean, he beat Ed beat him. I don't know. It was not on my radar at all. And then I got one message, then another message, then a third message. And then at that point, you know, and these are people that are connected to the program. And I think it's a real thing. Now the question is, okay, where does Max Dean fit? Because if you guys are following the sport, you know they've kind of got the NCAA champion there at 184. And is he going to want to vacate his spot? I don't think so. I think Aaron's makes sense at 84 for them.
But wait, you're one of the guys. You and Bracky allege he's moving up. I've said I don't think so.
I said that I think eventually he will move up. Okay. I don't think next year is that year. I don't think that makes sense. But, you know, for that being said,
Ferrari versus Aaron Brooks. How in are you on that?
I'm so in, but honestly, I'm super in. Yet, I think it is not like this a shootout kind of really exciting match because I think both of those guys. I mean, they don't get taken down. Like hardly ever. So I think it's going to be a one takedown kind of match if it were to happen, and we're skipping ahead. 3 different things have to happen for this to happen. But I'm in. I would probably favor Aaron in that match. But I think that'll have to be resolved. Like, who goes 97, who goes 84. I think that's a huge consideration, right? And I don't know if Aaron's just going to let a guy transfer in and he bumps a weight. If he doesn't want to bump, unless he wanted to bump in the first place, which I don't think they're at that point yet. But
I mean, it doesn't make sense without Max Dean. It doesn't make sense because Penn State definitely does not have a better fill-in at 184 than Michael Beard is. Correct? There's no one I'm missing?
Correct.
There's no one else at 184?
Absolutely not. I could see – now, why can't Max go 197?
I don't know. Never considered
it. Does
he runs 189?
Yeah. So it feels to me – I think we all think when we watch him, Brooks would do better at 97 than Max Dean would. I think his style matches up better. But if he doesn't want to vacate the weight class, and this is all speculative because there's nothing until Max Dean says he's going. Yeah. But until that's established or figured out, I think Max would not do as well at 97 as Aaron Brooks would, and he'd be better fit. And if Aaron went, if Max went 84, I think he'd do fine and probably be one of the favorites to win. But he wouldn't be Aaron. So it's interesting. Penn State's obviously making a push for him. I think there's still a push being made for Griffith to some extent, even though he wants to go 74. So it's notable, and it's a real thing. There's strong consideration there. So we'll see what becomes of it. But it's certainly worth talking about as we look at this team race where they could have that many studs.
That could be huge.
Absolutely. It's Penn State's the only team that can contend with Iowa, and if they get someone Max Dean level, that makes it a lot more
Cornell would have been all right. Leaving Max Dean hurts a lot. If they could have picked up one of these smart dudes from Stanford in the portal, I don't know that they're ever in the running, but if they could have picked up a Real Woods or Shane Griffith, they would have legit been in the running.
Griffith would have been super interesting because if he comes in at 74, you can bump Foca to 84, and then it's like how much of a drop off is it? You lose a national championship contender with Max, but you replace him, right? But you backfill him with Chris Foca, and you replace Foca with NCAA champion who would wrestle at 174. So you're exactly right, but it doesn't seem like Cornell's in the running for Griffith or Woods.
Well, I think the main issue, right, is both those guys are trying to transfer as graduate students.
Oh, right.
And you cannot do that in Ivy Leagues. Yeah.
They don't want anyone too smart there, too educated.
Yeah.
So with Real, I think Michigan, Oklahoma State. I think there was one other name I heard for him in the running. Hope I'm not forgetting anyone. I'm sure I am, but I think he's down to those schools. And like I said, it sounded like UNC and Michigan for Shane Griffith, although it appears Penn State's still looming in that discussion.
Do we got a portal update, Bracky? Anyone new in there in the last week? I gotta go.
No one big.
Where's Flow Transfer Tracker? Is that it? Is that the portal update?
Yep.
All right.
Also notable. I forget what I was gonna say.
All of Minnesota's 157s are in the portal now.
Yeah, Brayton Lee does that.
What? Oh, okay, yeah.
Ryan Thomas and Casper McIntosh both in the portal. They're both pretty solid, actually.
Yeah.
They're not bad at all.
Pick them up.
Yeah, I think Thomas at points last year was in the bottom half of the rankings when Brayton was down at 49
2 years ago.
So the big
yeah.
The big knocks against the transfer and the open transfer markets was that all guys are just going to be leaving and whatever. So a program will build a guy up and then they'll end up leaving. Have we seen much of that at this point yet? It doesn't seem like it. It seems like You're seeing a lot of depth transfers. You're seeing currently a lot of program cut transfers.
Yeah, probably the only one that I think really fits that bill is Andrew McNally, and he pretty much said as much when I talked to him.
But isn't he a graduate also?
Yeah, he is, but at the same time, he could have. I mean, he easily could have stayed at Kent State, you know. But
I wonder what kind of money he was getting, because Kent State apparently has gone down to like 4.5. I saw this. Someone sent me like a correspondence from Jim Anderson, like an email he sent out to like team or donors or something like that. Is like the university cut our funding.
Oh, damn.
We're down to like 4.5 scholarships after being fully funded, and there's no indication they're going to give it back, and genuinely concerned about the long-term viability of the program. So I think that's part of it as well.
Man, that stinks. But yeah, when I talked to him, he was like, I want to go wrestle in one of the big conferences.
Yeah. And so, he could be in a more financially advantageous situation in Wisconsin for all we know. Now, then again, they didn't have money for Evan Wick and Braxton Amos last year, so I don't know what kind of financial situation they're actually in, but I'm assuming if McNally had legitimate suitors, that he's getting money. He's getting good money.
Gotta be.
Okay. So that's notable. Yeah, and we'll keep you posted on the transfer stuff as it comes.
I guess kind of along the same lines, Greg Bulsick, he kind of fits that too. He was at Clarion, now going to Rutgers.
But he's a graduate as well, right?
Yeah, that's the thing, is these guys are graduates, and they legitimately could be transferring to schools that didn't
have their program.
Offer the program that they wanted to do. I know someone asked a question about that.
I think that's exactly what it was with Bulsick. I'm pretty sure that's exactly.
I thought either you guys or someone I know had that conversation with him, and that was what it was.
I thought Kyle said that on the show.
I might have.
Yeah.
I remember there was someone that asked a question, and I know it was based on him, but I can't remember if it was they were just using him as an example or that was a real thing.
Well, either way, we said it. Okay, so junior, senior nationals registration getting pretty salty.
Can I ask you guys? I have heard both that this is the junior world team trials, meaning you win this year in the junior world team, and I've also heard that this is the junior U.S. Open. And I'm on USA Wrestling schedule. And I don't see any other world team trial, junior world team trials scheduled.
It's trials.
It's junior world team trials.
There will be a 2 out of 3. Yes.
So it's not nationals.
I think you're going to be the national champion if you make the team.
Well,
I know what you're saying. There is no junior nationals. It's not going to be like open trials. This is it. This is everything.
Okay, this is everything. And then obviously for the seniors, we don't have the exact date, but once they qualify here, how many do qualify?
Good question.
Top 6?
Because that could be.
I'll check on that.
It's normally like 5.
Yeah, but that could be really interesting because anyone who's already qualified is qualified, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's more qualifiers this weekend. And then if we get a whole bunch of medals in Tokyo, which hopefully we do, say we get medals at 74 and 86.
Mm-hmm.
Now, those weights won't even be contested at the World Team Trials. So all of the previous qualifiers at 74 and 86, plus all the senior nationals qualifiers at 74 and 86, can go 79. It'd be like a 37-person bracket.
Yes, 79 is going to be, I think, without question, the most talked about World Team Trials bracket. Because we're going to medal at 74 and 86. There's almost no scenario where I don't see that happening. I just really believe it.
Christian's pretty cocky.
Well, I'm not cocky. If I said I'm going to medal, I think that would be cocky. It's not like I coach these. I don't coach these guys. It's just my opinion.
I don't know. You seem pretty cocky.
All right, I'm cocky. I'm cocky on Kyle Dakin.
You got cocky rules guy over here.
Okay. All right, I'm cocky about Kyle Dakin.
Oh, he brought the rules guy back up.
Listen, you were the rules guy yesterday talking about the refs. Oh, what? Yeah. Big rules guy. Talking about the refs.
You were reading the rule book.
You were literally reading the rule book. According to the UWW bylines here. Hold on.
That was you.
I had to admit to my guys at practice. I said, listen, I said when you do this, this is illegal. I'm not so sure it's illegal anymore because I read through the UWW rulebook and literally all it says is you can't strangle your opponent. So, guys, I can't actually tell you which hold is illegal because it doesn't tell us. It just says you can't strangle them.
Yeah, because what is strangulation at this point?
Absolutely.
Choking somebody.
Anything can be. You could be strangling someone in a cradle if you're doing it right.
I did that one time.
Yeah. See.
To who?
Coach Horton bet me that I couldn't make a guy tap out in a cradle, and at the Southern Scuffle, and you know what? So the Southern Scuffle, maybe 2006 or 2007. Well, no, be 5 or 6. I made a kid tap out in a cradle, and it's so funny because Max was doing a camp. I can't remember who it was with, and the guy was telling the story about how I made him tap out in a cradle. Cause he said it was because he got a takedown on me, which I don't think that happened. And he said I got really mad, and I wasn't trying to turn him. I was just trying to choke him, which I was trying to choke him because Coach Horton bet me I couldn't make him tap out, and I said, yeah, I can make him tap out, and I did.
Okay, so it wasn't that so it wasn't that he would go out; it's that you could get someone to tap.
Yeah, because he was going to go out if he didn't tap.
Yeah, I want to know the technique behind it, and I want to say I don't think you'd be able to do it to me. I'll bet my Dogecoin on it.
That's easy.
I won't tap. I'll die before I tap.
You just get you got to get the bone across the right part of the neck, and then your money.
Yeah, but I'm not going to tap, so you won't make me tap.
You'll just go out.
I'll go out.
It's fine.
Yeah, and you want to keep choking me? Murderer.
I think Ben, how did Ben get the Hodge with this poor sportsmanship? Literally betting coaches that he could strangle his opponents. I mean, it's unbelievable.
And then he was choking little kids at the tournament.
Choking little kids? Who has he choked? You're the real strangler.
That kid wasn't little. That kid wasn't little.
BJ
he was a big old boy.
I keep calling him. He's like a grown man.
Little young. You just call him young. If you call him young kids, that's He can't. Don't let him slither out. You can't give him any.
You choked a baby.
choked a child. A minor.
Okay. Yep. Minor.
You know what else? While we're just talking about Ben and just dunking on him, I am so annoyed. I'm not gonna bring it up, but
you're bringing it up.
The thing that Ben wouldn't bring up yesterday that he was emphasizing with his athletes is so preposterous that he won't talk about it. It is the most obvious thing ever, and the fact
Christian,
that
you're giving a lot of coaches too much credit. You really are. As far as practice strategies and training, you're giving. Now, listen, the good ones, the good ones are going to know. But
so you're worried about the bad coaches catching on?
Correct, because even bad coaches have a few good athletes, and I'm trying to get my guys as many wins as possible.
Who's the worst coach with a good athlete? Don't answer that. I'm afraid you actually have a list. It was just a joke.
Here's actually my list on the wall.
He has a whiteboard. Well, but
all right,
I'll just
let's
say,
get into this wrestling because you guys are trying to.
I tried to get into wrestling. I wanted to talk about technique. They want to hear one of the best coaches in the country talk about coaching, but
all right,
you hide it under a bushel. All right. First of all, 57 men's freestyle is a total disaster. I don't know what happened here. There's a scenario. What am I supposed to say?
You went there, Christian.
Ben,
you should
look at these names.
Place. It's 10 people. Christian, you only have to win one match. You can
I would get 10th place. That would happen. 57 kilograms is kind of a stretch for me.
I've never seen a weight on the senior level this bad.
This is an absolute trap.
Troy
Dolan is a legitimate finalist contender.
Okay, Ben, but why are all the other weights?
Troy Dolan was my brother's roommate in 2008.
Okay, hold on. We need to back up and tell people. We need to tell people who Troy Dolan is in case you don't know. Troy Dolan was a 3-time Pennsylvania state champ.
Beast.
Yes. He graduated in 2008. Yeah, same high school as Jimmy Gullivan, Travis Schaefer. I'm sure there's a few other hammers I'm forgetting right now. But, yeah, he graduated in 2008. He beat Zach Sanders at Dapper Dan.
Bad.
Yeah, and he made him bleed a lot. And then he goes to Missouri, and he's on the team with you, right, Ben?
Yeah, and he had maybe I was coach. I don't remember. But he had a great redshirt year. He had a few big wins, and he placed at Midlands. And then, he just he just didn't want to do it all that much after that.
So I was like, Troy Dolan, because I was working on the lightweight preview, and I Googled his name, And in 2015-16, he came back. He somehow had eligibility left to wrestle Division II, and he wrestled a few matches for Pitt Johnstown. And now apparently at 32 is going to make a comeback.
I mean, when did he wrestle at Pitt UPJ?
15-16.
15-16.
2016 is the most recent match I could find for him.
So he was like a 7th-year senior at UPJ, and he did what?
Crazy.
I don't. I mean, I found a couple matches where he got beat. I couldn't find a full season schedule.
So listen, Troy Dolan was a beat. My point here is, well, one, it's interesting that he's entering a tournament at 57 kilograms.
I haven't seen him at wrestling at all, so I was almost shocked when I saw him in the bracket. Like, I haven't seen this dude in a decade.
So, we did top 4 predictions. You know how hard that was to do for this weight. So,
Ethan Rotundo's number is. He got Ethan Rotundo in the finals.
I love Ethan Rotundo. I don't want to be a dick, but a few of these guys, Brady Kiner, Christian Chavez, Gabriel Gray, Francisco Barrero, I never heard of him. I don't know. Jack Bruce, I don't know. He's from the Westmoreland Country Club.
What? Listen. The junior, there's a scenario. I mean, Jacob Camacho is good and will easily win this tournament based on these entries. But basically 2 through 8 of, if the junior field was in this bracket, 2 through 8, all of the podium would be juniors. Okay? This is not a senior level bracket. These are just people that can't, I don't know why they're here.
I think it just speaks to, well, number one, obviously the best guys are already qualified. Number 2, 57 kg, that's a small dude. Not a lot of people want to make that. They moved up to 61.
I mean, it's just, I've never, but this is always, I don't know.
So
senior nationals okay, here's the difference though. Senior nationals in November, is it in November?
Yes.
It literally meant nothing.
It meant nothing.
It meant nothing. You didn't qualify for anything.
Nothing.
This is at least
dishes,
nothing.
Sorry, we'll fill all our audience. I guess I love inside jokes when nobody else gets them, and I get really excited about it. But we'll fill you guys in on that.
I don't know if we should show that one because it's pretty inappropriate. But just we got to tell them what to Google. It's like Pittsburgh Steelers fan dishes nothing. It's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan losing his mind after they lose. He's throwing a hissy fit, and he says he's not doing nothing anymore.
Don't ask me to dishes.
Don't ask me to do nothing. Dishes, nothing.
Nothing.
So you got dishes, nothing if you won senior nationals. Now you actually can qualify for world team trials here, and they're still saying, nah.
Yeah, so I found out too, by the way, it's top 5. And the trials are September 3 through 5. So we have that.
September 3 through 5. Is that Labor Day weekend? Where's it at? Do we know?
No, location TBD.
TBD. Hopefully Austin, Texas.
Ethan Rotundo at least has a winning record in college. He wrestles at Wisconsin. But he at least has a winning record, which is more than most of these guys have. Austin Macias started for SIUE. And then I went with Troy Dolan fourth because the rest of these guys.
I'd put it. Troy Dolan's going to shock the world. He's going to make the finals here. They just need to get him opposite Camacho.
I put him fourth.
But I haven't seen him club coaching or nothing. I don't know what.
Dishes.
I don't know. Yeah.
He lost to some
D2
some guys in 2015-16.
You see him club coaching or something, and you're like, oh, yeah, I see him around a lot. And then they're like, hey, I'll just wrestle one time. But no, I haven't seen him anywhere.
We got to figure out what's going on here.
I'll put Max on it. I'll have Max and him they were good buddies.
Okay. Let's figure that out.
Because
61,
next weight class,
there's no weight that is even remotely looks like that. Every other weight is reasonably
tough.
What about
92 or 97? Because those usually get pretty tough.
97, and Kozak texts me 97 is pretty.
Is it
pretty barren too, boys?
Bunch of dock workers. All right. 61 salty. Nashawn Garrett, Ethan Lezak, Mickey Philippi, Daniel DeShazer, Kramer, Wyatt Henson. Is he not junior eligible?
I think he is.
Why didn't he go juniors? Shelton Mack, Sean Foss, Mikhail McGee, and Chris Cannon's an interesting name in here. It looks like Nishan should be a pretty prohibitive favorite here at 61. Back at probably his ideal weight class, a weight where he made a world team in 2018. And then didn't
I
get
mean,
to go.
Lezak's looked pretty good, and he's been up at the next weight class. So I'm interested to see how he'll compete at this weight class. He obviously looked really good against Matt McDonough, who I feel like he wrestled someone else up at like 140 something, didn't he? In Flow, on Flow?
No,
No,
I don't think so.
He didn't have a great last chance. He got rolled up by Lugo really quick.
Lugo's kind of a roller-upper.
No, I know he is, and I know Lugo's good. There was someone on the backside lost him looking up right now. He's down from 65, and Shelton Mack actually looked really good at last chance, and he's down from 65 as well.
Ethan Lezak, listen, if he's not cutting substantial amount of weight, it's just a different guy.
Oh, he got teched by Brock Zackrell.
Ooh.
Oh,
Who got teched by Shane Van Ness.
Pinned
by Shane Van Ness. I think Ethan will be better at 61. I think it's a... The backpack needs to be cutting a little bit of weight for that to reach his full form.
But Shelton Mack, he beat Dean Heil, Josh Saunders, and Matt Kolodzik.
Oh, that's nice.
That is nice. Super nice. Shelton Mack's good. Shelton Mack is a good freestyler. He would have a pretty legit hit list if we looked over the course of a couple of years. Any other names sticking out here?
No, I'm going Shelton Mack and Nishan Garrett final.
Okay.
I mean, watch out for DeShazer.
Yes. Literally.
In multiple ways, yeah.
Watch out. DeShazer's funny. He when did we have so we had the Gordon Ryan smacked Andre Galval twice.
Yeah.
And Daniel DeShazer DM me on Instagram, was like, who did it better? Like a laughing emoji. He has been known to smack someone.
Yes.
Okay. 65. Pretty spicy. Luke
That's
Pletcher,
cool.
Pat Lugo, Jaden Ironman, Dom Demas, Hank Polmeyer, Henry. And who else in here? That's kind of it.
How about Will Guida at 65? He wrestled 125 this year.
Yeah, he's
Don't want to cut weight.
a lot of Carolina barbecue, maybe. That's okay. It's good. Nothing wrong with that. A little off season, get some mat time. I think Lugo's the favorite. Ooh, is he?
Yeah.
Is he over Ironman? I said it, and then I'm like, well,
I had an all Iowa
would
final.
feel like yes.
I think they're the two best.
Yes, I think that's the case. I would lean Lugo over Ironman. Lugo's been really good. I mean, probably better than I thought he was going to be in the last year. He's done a lot of the pro matches. He's been good.
Yeah, he has, and he's just like, if he doesn't go for that, get greedy with that last guy against Henderson, he's in Olympic trials.
That's true, yeah. I mean, he was kind of working Henderson a little bit. And then on top of that, like stylistically, I would, even if they weren't in the same room, I would say he has he's gonna be a tough style for Jaden Ironman.
Yes.
But then the fact that they are in the same room and he's probably felt Jaden's tricks a handful of times, like that probably makes it, I would say, make it even harder for Jaden.
So you feel like when you have a style like Ironman versus a style like Lugo, Lugo's the one that can make the adjustments more so than Ironman?
I wouldn't necessarily. I'm not saying make adjustments. You just Ironman is so specific in the things that he does, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
For example, firing that double leg from the outside. I think sometimes people don't think he's that quick, and then all of a sudden he's in on it. And so Lugo's probably felt that, And then some of maybe the cradle stuff where people feel like they're comfortable on him, and then all of a sudden they're cradled. He probably knows, oh, hey, I can't let him get to that position. Those type of things.
Yeah, and I feel like Lugo's a pretty safe finisher as well. So that's why I like him. But I do think, I see an all Hawkeye final here. Dom Demas can't be discounted in freestyle just because of his feet to back potential. But he just, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little overly reactive to his folk style season and him.
No, I kind of feel the same way about him, where it's like whenever I feel like he's going to perform really well, he doesn't really. And then when I'm like, I don't know about him, he throws in some inside trips and throws some people on their dome and makes it to a final or something. So you never know what you're going to get.
Are we reverse jinxing him into a upper body display?
Reverse
Maybe so.
jinx.
Yes.
Yeah, light it up.
I went back and looked because I knew him and Pledger had wrestled in college. just to see what the score was, and it was like a 2-1 tiebreaker.
Oh yeah, it was not good. Okay, that's 65. All Hawkeyes. They like tough wrestling. 70 kilograms. This is Bracky's favorite weight. Why don't you tell us why?
70 kilos is my favorite weight because of all the really good. You have a lot of top level talent. Berger is an NCAA finalist, 3-time AA, but he's coming off a last chance qualifier where he beat Deacon, Pantelio, and LaValle, and he didn't even qualify.
Nice.
It's crazy.
I think a lot of people did not realize that happened, and by a lot of people, I mean me. Did not realize
his only
that
loss
he did
was to Vincenzo Joseph, and then Vincenzo and Chance were the ones that took the 2 spots. Alec Pantaleo, he's junior U23 world team member. James Green, couple-time world medalist, back at the weight where he made 5 straight world teams at too. Yaya Thomas coming off that incredible performance at NCAAs, but he's also been on junior world team, so he's really good at freestyle. Brayton Lee's obviously been on junior world team, and then Ja'Cory Teamer, who was great at NCAAs as well, is cadet world bronze.
And he's also the best in the world.
He's also a world champion.
Well, not yet.
Go with it, dude. Come on.
I can't lie.
I feel like this is easy. Pantelio and Green. Man, they're both so good, and they're both screwed by the weight classes because Green made 65, but it's not good. Pantelio can't make 65, and then they're just like too small for 74 to be really, really effective up there. So I like them at 70. I think both of them are world-type medalist potential.
I agree. I think they both are. I'm curious. So Berger beat Pantelio? Is that what you said?
Yep.
So that's interesting to me, because I would have thought that Berger's really been emerging even before his last chance performance, which I didn't even realize happened. I feel like he's been coming along.
6'6" on criteria.
And then I also seem to remember Berger did pretty well against. Am I remembering or misremembering? Am I remembering the exact opposite? Did Berger do well against Pantelio collegiately? Or
I'm
was
gonna
it
look
the
it up
opposite?
right now. I don't think he did well.
I think they had a weird triumvirate with him and maybe Deacon, like 3 of them.
Really?
Yeah, maybe.
He was 0-2 against Alec in college.
So I really think it's more of a 3-horse race but the problem is you have to assume that Green knows how to beat. I mean, maybe it's just. Is it just Green?
He beat Alec at 150 too.
Right.
Yeah.
So to me, it's Green, and then the battle for the finals is going to be super interesting because I think it could be Berger.
I think highly of Pantelio at this weight class.
I know you do, but he just
lost.
He just lost to Berger.
Yeah, come on.
He's not the same guy at 74, and I know you probably say the same thing about Berger. I feel like, for whatever reason, when I see Pantelio at 74, he's like just too small. And then I think maybe even slightly smaller than 70 kg is probably perfect for him. We saw him in the 150 tournament and he looked good. And then we also see him at 65 plus 3 kilograms and he looked good there too.
Maybe 69 kilograms would be good for him.
Yeah, perhaps.
That'd be a really nice weight for him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Highly sophomoric.
Oh, I couldn't help myself.
Yeah. I love it. Ben's just trying to find the exact perfect weight class for. I think 70 is a good.
Well,
weight
I'm
for
just saying,
Alcantara.
70 is a good weight class. But he was really good at 68 and whatever 150 pounds is.
Gotcha.
So I got him in the finals against James Green.
Gotcha. I got Green. I really think it's more wide open with those others. I could see a lot of other guys. I see Green winning. Man, Yaya keeps popping in my mind. Maybe it's just thinking too much about NCAAs, but
yeah, you're thinking too much about NCAAs.
Okay, I'm thinking too much about NCAAs, maybe. But he's
think about for example, Ferrari. He won NCAAs, and he lost 2 matches at the World Team Trials. Some of these senior level guys, it's another step up. It's not the exact same thing as NCAAs. And I'm trying to find you a list of the guys Yaya lost to this year, so you're reconsidering what you're saying.
Michael Blockus, I think, is one of them.
There.
Who's in the field?
Okay.
Who's in the field? So I got a Blockus Green final. I feel good about it.
He lost. Oh, he lost to Griffin Perriott. He lost to Graham Rooks. He lost to Kanan Storr, Michael Blockus. Are you reconsidering yet?
Yeah,
Mikey Carr.
I immediately reconsidered.
Okay, good.
But I want to have said the name. This could be a fun wait.
Hopefully we get another hat bet in one of these things, speaking of Yaya.
Oh,
We absolved him of that with Yaya's fantastic performance.
yeah,
His so that's
son.
what I'm saying. We didn't get the payoff last time,
His
so
son really
maybe we
bailed
get
him out there.
a hat bet in the mix.
Yeah.
You guys want to throw down a hat bet gauntlet?
Let's do a hat bet. Let's do a hat bet. I agree.
CP, I want to see you eat a hat. I'll cook it for you.
It's a
A
preposterous
little
notion.
marinade, little mozzarella, you know?
Let me think of something that I'm so confident in. I'll bet to eat a hat of some kind.
That you would take 10th.
That I would take 10th. I would get 10th out of 10 if there's 10 at the weight class. If there's 16, I would get.
You might get 10th if there's 8.
It'd be 11.
Yeah.
Well, if you fall the right place in the bracket, you might be able to get a bye into the top 8.
Trying to game the bracket here, huh?
That's what I would have to hope
Missouri
for.
guy trying to game the bracket.
Wow. Where have I seen this before? Tale as old as time.
If I've seen it once, I've seen it 1,000 times. Sorry, go ahead, KB.
Kozak just put it in the chat. Pantelio just beat 2-time world medalist Dalet Nayazbekov at the Pelicone. Nayazbekov beat Bajrang in the semis of 2019 Worlds.
Okay.
Plot thickens.
I'm trying to tell you.
All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see. You know what? I'll take Burger and Green. I'll say all Husker. I'll just go ahead and just be the anti-Ben Askren here.
Okay.
Even though I'm also. It could be a fun rivalry if it became Green and Pantelio, because I think they're both really fun.
Yes.
Any other thoughts on 70 before we go to 74?
Nope.
Yo, Matt Moley? Is that the Matt Moley from Bloomsburg back in the day?
Gotta be.
Yeah,
be.
That
probably.
is so random. That is not as
He was
random.
All-American in 2007 or 2008.
I mean, just to see him enter the tournament. I mean, he was good. I feel like he was in the whatever the EWL, and him and Gregor Gillespie always wrestled. If I'm remembering correctly, he was good, but I just can't believe he's entering senior level tournaments here in 2021, the year of the Lord. Hayden Hidley at 74. We've seen him at this weight class. I can't wait to see him at 174.
Yeah.
He's gonna look like Iron Man or something.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not going up a little faster. I mean, if he's going to wrestle there next year, you might as well just go up to 79.
Maybe, but I don't know.
Well, especially when we consider that this weight class probably won't even be contested at the World Team Trials. What's the freaking point?
That's a really good point. I don't know. Maybe he's not there yet. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I
gonna
think
take a process to build up.
Yeah, it's a bulk
Guys,
job.
come on. If you wrestle 157, you guys wrestled. You know you don't weigh no damn 163 a week after NCAAs. You're minimum 175.
Yeah, you're right. I don't. Maybe
Come on, Hayden.
it feels good for him to. Yeah, he's gonna win this bracket in my
Maybe
opinion.
Hayden saw everyone else that's moving to 174, and he said, maybe I'll just stay at 165. How about that?
That could be something going on. I mean, you know, he lost it. He didn't win NCAAs. He lost to Jacory. Maybe he's like, you know what? I'm gonna go 74. Let me win this bracket and just win a tournament.
Maybe he wants to keep his six-pack for the summer.
No.
That's
I'm
a good
saying,
point.
No, guys. I'm saying Griffith and Mackay also moved up to 174, and they're both national champions.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe he's saying, oh, shoot, I didn't see that one coming. Maybe I'll just stay at 165 because the depth at 174 now is ridiculous.
That's a good point.
165 is easier now.
He should.
Yes.
Honestly, it's not too late, Hayden, to just go up one weight class. And you could still be big and train with Trent.
Yeah.
I think he should go 165. If those guys are going up,
Yeah.
I
That's
think
probably what
the most likely scenario is what Ollie just said.
Yeah, big time. Wants to keep his six-pack for the summer. He's about to be on the pool deck, on the beaches,
Stop.
you know. What do you
Because it's
mean,
shenanigans.
stop? That's why I'm getting my six-pack in order.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Ollie,
Ollie's-
come on, man. You ain't got no six-pack. That's like me trying to lie about
After
me having
seeing
a
those
six-pack.
pictures, I thought you would be in tongue in cheek. Obviously not. All right. Obviously I don't got a 6-pack, but neither do you. Who are you judging?
Let's see. Lift that shirt up. Let's see what you got.
If we go tummy and tummy same time, then I'll do it.
No.
I'll go tummy to tummy.
No.
Right
Tummy
now.
time.
Tummy time. Let's do tummy time. Me and you.
No, we're not.
Next time I see you, Ben, no more hard collar tie. I'm just gonna rub my belly on yours.
Oh wow, this is taking quite a turn.
I'll block. Snap down.
Block.
Choke.
Man, that would be the hand
Next
fighting.
weight class.
Hey, you know what? We didn't do our end of season NCAA awards for some reason.
Yeah. What the
Oh,
heck,
I get
Spay?
Ali's
Why not?
Hand Fighter of the
Spay
Year
really
award.
because Spay dropped the ball.
Where's Spay at?
No, I don't know why we didn't do it.
But that's an award. You better believe it.
But yeah, Ollie Stone's best hand fighter award needs to be an award that's given out.
For sure.
So
Who would it go to this year?
Who would it go to?
I'd need to review tape. I can't just go around thinking willy-nilly.
can't
Some
just
people...
Gable snapped everyone on their dome piece.
Oh, it's so hard
That
to
is
not
true.
give it to him.
I-
Snapping grown tree men.
You can't give it to someone like Gable. It needs to be someone who.
No, you're kind of right, though. I know who. G-Grim.
I was gonna say G Grim.
G-Grim.
Yes,
G-Grim.
it's gotta be a
He
heavyweight.
hand fought his way to the semifinals, and I think all he did was... I mean, he definitely
It
did
might
more.
be Colton Schultz.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
okay.
Oh,
That's
he's good.
the-
He's good.
I don't... Now, see, maybe
Here's the
I
thing,
do
he's
a
still
heavy
good.
and a light one because I don't want to just leave out the little guys.
Here's the thing.
Like the little guys did to the big guys, marginalizing us and leaving during our finals so often.
No, but here's the thing. Two things, Holly. One, I think it needs to be a heavyweight because your whole thing is about the heavyweight, minute details
Yes.
that people don't understand.
Yeah,
One.
you're right.
Two, everyone understands what Gable and really Colton Schultz are doing, okay? Your whole point is people don't understand what's happening. I understand when Colton Schultz gets underhooks and backs guys straight out of bounds what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
I understand when Gable snaps faces. It needs to be someone who is, to the layperson...
Seems like he's doing nothing.
Seems like he's doing nothing.
But he's doing something.
But he's doing something. Then you have to be a wrestling genius like yourself to understand. So I think that's why G Grim is our choice.
Yes, wrestling G-Grim genius. Boom. Sorry, it sounded better in my head, guys.
Okay.
We'll edit that out.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll edit that part out.
Well, just keep going.
So 74. Can anyone challenge Hayden Hidley? Who's the biggest threat?
I
don't
maybe
really-
LaValle. He beat Ashworth at last chance, but Hayden beat LaValle at senior nationals along with David Carr and Evan Wegg. He's made a U23 world team. He's been in the U.S. Open finals. He's a pretty big favorite here in my opinion.
Yes.
Yes.
Almost as big a favorite. Are the two biggest favorites in this tournament both Wolfpack wrestlers, Jacob Camacho and Hayden Hidley? Could be
Yeah,
just-
probably.
Could be
because-
facts.
Yeah.
Could be facts. Someone enter 57 for crying out loud. I don't know what's happened. I know no one wants to lose that kind of weight, but my gracious, I've never seen this. 79 kilograms, Aymar, Taylor Lujan, David McFadden, Travis Whitlake Jr., Devin Skaska, Dylan Leidy, Mason Manville. We have a Mason Manville sighting. Chance
And
Marsteller.
freestyle?
This says Mason Manville.
Yeah, I believe. I'm just surprised it's in
Says
freestyle.
Right there.
I don't know. Chance Marsteller, if I didn't say him. And okay, that looks like the names.
Yeah.
So-
I'm going. I didn't expect myself to be so excited about Isaiah Martinez, Taylor Lujan, but when I saw those two names, I'm like, you know what? That would be a really fun match. I'm totally in on that one. But I think McFadden can challenge also because he's been really good as well.
Sorry about the volume on my alert there. I'm excited for Aymar. I mean, in normal circumstances, I would say Aymar is a pretty big favorite here, but having not seen him in so long and the fact that he didn't wrestle at Olympic trials makes me feel like this is not going to be the best Aymar, or maybe not even that close to it. I don't know. For all I know, he's going to be like the slaughtering machine of old, but I'm not sure of that. I think Marsteller's, based on how he's looked at freestyle, is maybe he should be the favorite. I know he's going to be a little small for this weight, but man, I don't know. He looked really good at 74, beat a lot of good guys over the last month or so. Seems like he's got the momentum of competition right now. Kind of like him. I kind of like an Aymar Chance final, and we know that's gone Aymar's way in the past, but chances look really good. I think it's a little more competitive than people realize, given Imar's layoff and how good chances look.
How about this? Chances also entered in Greco.
No, now I'm out. Now I'm
Yeah,
out.
I noticed that too.
I'm out.
What's your beef?
Don't double enter.
What gives?
I don't want him to do
Yeah,
both.
what's your beef, bro?
I want him to attack legs. I want him to get underhooks and
He's
grab
gonna
the
do
legs.
both.
It's Freco season.
He's gonna do both. Freco, baby.
Okay, go.
Isn't the Stefanowicz guy his like brother or half brother or something
Half
to that
brother.
effect?
Never
Maybe-
placed the states.
Never place the states.
Yep.
They said that
So I'll
every
make a
time.
team.
They love to talk about the things they didn't accomplish in wrestling during the Olympic trials finals. Why is he doing both? I mean, he's a really good hand fighter, and
Okay.
I'm looking for
I'm
a
sticking with-
single-threaded dedication at the senior level.
He probably just saw his half brother make the Olympic team. I'm gonna go do this.
He probably beats his half
Yeah.
brother. He's like, wait, what? He's on the team? Doing the wrong style. So, any other thoughts on 79 kilograms? I'm
No.
very excited about this weight class. I like David McFadden. He has continued to improve, doing well at the Pennsylvania RTC. Travis Whitlake Jr. Good to see him again. This is a fun
I was
weight.
kinda surprised to see him up a weight class. I thought he would be at.
This is his weight class.
I'm sorry.
though.
That is his weight class. You're right. No.
But he-
I thought Whitlake. No, Whitlake should be down at 74.
Well, his college weight class is literally 79 kilograms.
Travis Whitlake.
He's 65.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, you're right. He is a 65. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
he's moving up
would that make sense?
because he was kind of bigger in high school.
I don't know who would go 65. Let
Yeah,
me
you're
look
right. He
at-
was like 82 at different points,
Yeah.
I think.
Because
He was in Oregon, probably just destroying people.
I don't know who would go
Plot's having
65 though
surgery.
if they did that.
He's got to stay down because Montalvo, although if Mike Gear redshirt and get healthy. I would
Gear? You mean plot?
Gosh, yes. I'm having a freaking
You're a
mental
mess
breakdown.
today.
I'm a mess. Yeah.
I
Plot.
don't know
get
who would
healthy.
go 65 unless they just punted it at that weight.
I don't see them doing that. They have any recruits coming in around that weight? Mastro's the only one, and he's not going to be a 65 yet.
He's not.
He's
65.
He's small.
Yeah.
Vonovich is not very big either
No.
comparatively.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's probably just off season. Why cut the weight?
Okay.
Who knows? Yeah, I like watching Whitlake. He's tough. All right, 86. Trent Hidley, Mark Hall, Drew Foster, Nick Reenan coming down a little bit. Max Lyon. Okay, that's kind of it.
Yeah, that's it.
Mark Hall, next topic or not?
I think no. Foster and Hidley can compete with Mark Hall for sure. And I know you guys told me Mark Hall next topic on the Nate Jackson match, but
You're right.
I think those two can compete with him. Foster's getting a lot better. Hidley's had a good year.
Foster
I
just
think
beat
Mark
him.
Hall-
At last
Foster-
chance.
Oh yeah,
6-1 for third.
yeah, that's crazy.
so definitely not Mark Hall next topic.
I think Trent can go with him too.
I think this is.
That's
I think
I
it's-
really like that match.
Is it Trent? I mean, Trent.
Trent might
Is
have
Trent the
beaten
fav-
Foster
is
at
Trent-
Senior Nationals.
I think he beat him. He beat him somewhere.
Yeah, I think he was at Senior Nationals.
Did they wrestle at RTC Cup? Foster was definitely at RTC Cup.
Might have wrestled.
Trent was
RTC.
definitely there too.
And he definitely wrestled awesome.
Trent was definitely undefeated.
Drew Foster. Yeah, he beat Amin there. Yeah, here we go. They did wrestle. Live on FloWrestling.org. And the final score. Well, I'm working on it.
You're working on it.
Looks like 8. Oh my gosh, it was 11-8 Hidley over Foster.
And he beat Foster 7-4 at Senior Nationals. So
Trent Hidley's the favorite. The Wolfpack are going to ball
Wow,
out.
who saw
And
that one coming?
Hidley's going to win. And then also,
they got Nick Wisdowski.
Nick Wisdowski's going.
Yeah.
Wolfpack RTC.
Team
Wait,
champions.
Nick Wisdowski's wrestling?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
NC State ran
This
heavy.
is his next
He
move.
wants to wrestle.
He wants to wrestle.
Heavyweight's actually the best weight class here. Now that I look at it,
Yep.
Wisdowski, Bradley, Derek White, Ty Walls, Cassiope, Christian Lance, Denzel. That's a solid weight class compared to some of these.
I would not say it's obviously it has a world medalist, which most of the other weights don't have. But I think 70 is probably a little deeper. James Green is 2-time world medalist. What am I saying?
I think heavyweight might have more like names you're used to seeing and like guys you're used to competing, but I would take 70 over heavyweight.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, I think Highley's man, I'm having a hard time adjusting to the Mark Hall. Like, I need to like temper expectations there, but at some point he's going to need a little more time. I think 1, he was off the mat. 2, he's coming up in a weight where still think he should be a 79 kilogram guy.
Yes, come on, appreciate it, CP. Why is he wants to 86? He can't make the world team this year because David Taylor's going to medal. Go down.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't think he's going to. I mean, he literally said, "I'm staying at this weight." So
Kozak just gave me a pretty fun fact. Trent's only loss on the senior level is 2-1 to Gabe Dean.
It's not a bad loss.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not a bad loss. Pretty good.
Man, okay. Yeah, I'm going Trent. I'll go
He's that dude.
Yeah, I'm going to go Trent.
Man.
I'm going Drew Foster.
We're rocking the air guitar. Coralville.
Yeah.
He loves Coralville. I just made that up. Andrew Morgan. He's pretty tough. Okay. 92, we have Ivan Gadsden signing.
Quick.
Yeah.
Troy Dolan update. My brother, who is friends with him, and I feel like keeps in touch with him, also did not know he was on wrestling. But Max said he's going to bring the heat this weekend.
He's in there, but he's going to bring the heat.
He was fun to watch.
He was good. 3-time PA
He had a mean
champ.
power half.
Oh, yeah.
Really mean power half.
You should pull up that.
I watched his match with Zach Sanders yesterday, and I mean he bloodied his face just because it was the last match of Dapper Dan, and Pennsylvania needed at least a major to beat Team USA, and he had double boots in, and was just pretty much punching Sanders
straight
in
ground
the face.
and pound situation.
And Sanders stood up after one of the periods, and he was just covered in blood.
Yeah, he just got his face beat in.
And he was ripping on his shoulder too, like you're talking about.
Yeah, mean power half.
Now that you mention it, Zach Sanders needs to enter and get his freaking revenge. I bet they never hit in college.
Oh, yeah.
Zach Sanders should go.
Let's
Zach
go.
Sanders.
Oh, there's the juice.
Let's go. Why not? I mean,
Heck yeah.
go get it. I mean, we know Zach Sanders is never going to retire. He is ageless. He has not aged at all since his high school highlight tape dropped.
Which was fire.
You got to find. We should post the Zach Sanders. Oh, the Zach Sanders highlight. It was
so good, yeah.
It was like one of the first of its kind too. Like they didn't exist anywhere, and it's just him.
Really?
Listen. When I watched this, I was like, this guy's gonna win 4 national titles. This is like one of the best wrestlers ever. I was like, he's a 5-time state champ. It is amazing. It's an amazing highlight tape. I've watched it so many times back in the day. And then it didn't compute with me when he lost to Nico Trigas at like a high school tournament. I was like, this isn't real. But it's really good.
Nico Trigas is good.
Yeah, I know. But if you watch a highlight tape and you don't know the whole landscape, you're like, he can't lose to people.
I didn't realize Cole Shrub made that.
Yes.
I'm gonna watch it right now.
It's good.
Just check me out of the show for the next 5 minutes.
Well, don't listen to it now because you gotta listen with a sound on.
With music.
Yeah, come on, Ben.
I don't need no sound for this.
Yes, you do.
It's got Nirvana playing. It's good.
Oh yeah, it smells like Teen Spirit, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, it's a great highlight. We're gonna watch it as soon as the show's over. It's fire.
Oh god.
I remember watching it in high school. I was like, this kid's amazing.
He was a savage. I mean, he's really good.
4-time All-American.
4-time All-American. He's really good. He wrestled in the blood round every freaking year too. That's insane. He won the blood round every year. All right, Zach Sanders, please. Someone here.
We'll blow that match up.
Zach's not listening. Someone knows Zach is listening. Please tell Zach Sanders to enter 57. We can do what we can, and you need to be a heat-seeking missile for your Troy Dolan revenge.
Troy Dolan loses second round, and then Zach loses on purpose, so he gets him on the back.
That's what he should do.
Yes, I came here for one mission: to beat Troy Dolan, then default out.
Yeah, we need that match. We will hype it up. All right, 92. There's nothing as fun as Zach Sanders, Troy Dolan, Vision Quest. But Kyvan Gadsden, TJ Dudley, Nate Jackson, Cam Caffey, Willie Miklas, Scotty Boykin. That's not bad.
Nate Jackson going up. I'm interested to see that.
Jackson.
Why is Nate Jackson wrestling? He just wants to wrestle?
He just has to wrestle. He's now, I think he's conditioned his body to have to wrestle every third week, or he's not going to do it. So, yeah, go for it, Nate. He's a beast.
Boom.
Who do you think wins that? I mean, I think it's Nate or Kyvan. Eyeballing it. I feel like it's Kyvan.
Yeah. I'm watching the Zach Sanders highlight tape.
Oh, right. We lost Ben.
He's going to the wrong side on the inside trip.
No, he's not. There's no wrong side.
And these foot sweeps, these high school kids are schmucks. Like, these foot sweeps aren't even good, and they're falling over.
Dude, he'd foot sweep you so hard.
You know what?
Yeah.
Do not listen. The last thing I need is you to hate on this highlight tape.
He power slammed this kid.
Yeah, he was violent. He was violent. I was like, this kid is crazy. Okay,
sorry. I'm gonna lean Kyvan Gadsden, but I wouldn't be surprised if Nate Jackson gets him. I mean, I don't even know why Nate Jackson's wrestling, but I love it.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, adjust to a new weight. I think 92 makes sense considering 86 is not going to be contested, in my opinion.
Yeah, and some people just like to wrestle, Ben.
Some people just like
I
wrestling.
do too. I know. I'm saying. I like it.
You won't enter.
Yeah, you won't.
You won't enter 92.
I will not enter. I promise I will not enter 92 this weekend.
Are you never going to wrestle again? For real?
I'm gonna wrestle. I'm working out with the kid on Friday. I'm gonna wrestle on Friday.
No.
I'm gonna go with Paxton. I might hop in there and go some takedowns. You never know.
Okay. All right. I mean, you know what I mean, though. Are you gonna make me ask? You can enter a tournament.
So anyways, 97 kg.
Oh.
will also not be contested.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Gonna get a medal.
That's gonna be a lot tougher.
Look at how stinky this bracket is.
It's not. Listen,
Eric Hinckley, weren't you making fun of him one time, Kyle?
No, I'm actually the biggest Eric Hinckley fan there is.
Yeah, it was CP.
I follow his Facebook page.
I got a picture taken with Eric Hinckley.
Oh no!
He was so happy to see me. I felt it was amazing. It really was. Let me send it. I want to send it to Tyler. He can show it. We met. So Eric, tell him who Eric Hinckley is while I
fill him in. KB.
Eric Hinckley is a man that is old enough to wrestle in the Masters division, but he is chasing that Olympic dream and wrestling in these regular senior level divisions. You know, he tried it at last chance. He didn't quite get it done, but I believe in him for this next quad.
Okay.
Do you now?
Yeah, I do.
All right, hold on. So tell him about his Facebook videos too.
Oh, well, he has a Facebook page, Eric Hinckley 2020 and beyond ?
No, it does not say that.
Yes, because he's not sure when he'll call it quits. But he just gives you updates on his training progress there, and he's got some awesome stories. He was in the military.
Yes,
and
thank you.
Has some cool stories about serving overseas and experiences there and wrestling over there. So he's a cool follow.
Cool follow. He loves wrestling. So I met him. All right, I'm not going to find this picture. I'll have to save. Oh, wait. Here we go. Got him. Hinckley alert. Let me slack this. So I was like, man, you need to stop entering these tournaments. Like I was.
You told him that?
I straight up.
Why would you tell him that?
Because I don't want him to get hurt.
No, man. Well, it would hurt more for him to watch and not compete.
Listen, there's so many. People act like when I say this, people act like there's no other tournaments that a person can enter other than senior level Olympic trials qualifier tournaments.
Well, he wants to compete with the best.
Okay. What he?
Listen, we don't need to have this conversation, guys. We don't need to have this conversation again. We got good questions to get to, and telling old men that they don't need to wrestle in the senior nationals is obvious. And we've had this conversation 5 times. They don't need to do it.
Yeah, don't do it.
We all agree.
Austin Schaefer should win. I'm excited to watch Isaac Trumbull. Heavyweight. Gwiz and Dom will have to wrestle for the. Got to be the 500th time.
I don't think they've ever met.
They've ever met. They've wrestled so many dang times. So I feel like it's still going to be those two. Cassiope's interesting at this, though. He's really good at freestyle.
The other one that's interesting is Lucas Davison. up at 125.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Heavy
Why
Chevy
is he
mode.
up at one? But he's 197 pounder, and there's a 213 weight class. Why did he skip 213?
Well,
Maybe this is the way he's going next season.
What if he's going heavyweight? He wants a shot at Mason Paris for Indiana supremacy. I think, or is he from Michigan?
No, he's from Indiana.
Okay, yeah.
Chesterton, right? I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Good job, man.
Winchesterton Fieldville.
He does have
Iowa.
a brother at Michigan,
Yes.
and I think Dad wrestled at Michigan.
Oh,
No, Dad wrestled at Wisconsin. He was a
Dad
Big
wrestled at
Ten champ.
Wisconsin. I knew it was a Big Ten school. That wasn't Northwestern.
Hey, you guys, we talked about this damn senior field. We didn't get to any juniors. We haven't talked about the whole
That's
juniors.
because it's much better, and we can just do the whole show tomorrow with juniors.
Okay,
Yeah,
whole show
dog.
tomorrow's juniors. Good.
Yeah, man, take it easy, yelling at
Dang,
everybody,
dude.
man.
Yeah.
What are you
Russian
doing? Yeah,
Finn.
yeah, the guy who came 30 minutes late yesterday is hurrying us up now.
Yeah,
Oh,
now
jeez.
he's in a hurry. He's throwing ice boxes at it. This guy's he's rolling like such a big shot. He's just chucking ice
Chucking
packs.
laptops everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, buy another laptop. Buy another laptop.
He's like, hey,
Hey,
dog.
buy me a laptop. I need a new one.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my kids see who can throw my laptop the furthest. Oh,
Yeah.
who cares? It's broken. Oh wow, Alex, you win. Good job.
Too funny.
All right. So, hey, is Stanford gonna get reinstated? I don't want to get excited.
rumors are flying.
The rumors are flying.
I would say don't get your hopes up.
But why are they taking
But
a
their
meeting? Why are they
coach
even
already
meeting?
get hired away.
I bet they could get another coach. What if Barelli's like, I'm sorry, I'm going back. I'm gonna
no,
coach.
you can't do that.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Aw, but he might do it then.
Listen, these coaches leave whenever they want. Why would this would be the one time I'd be like, well, would not be the one time. This would be like the most excusable time to leave the
Yes.
job.
Absolutely.
It's like I wouldn't have left if I thought I had my old job back.
Good point.
What if Stanford's like, no, you were too salty at us. The wounds are too deep.
Yeah.
But they know. So I don't know, but it sounds like there was at least a meeting about it. Which
There was, yeah.
why would there be a meeting if they're not going to really consider it? Is my thought. But yeah, someone said if Stanford Wrestling is reinstated, what happens to the head coaching position? How many guys stay? I don't know.
Seriously, it's crazy. Well, because I know at least Real Woods is staying till he's staying till the winter of next
This year.
year to get his degree.
Right, he's gonna graduate this fall semester
Yeah.
apparently. So yeah, I don't know what they would do. I don't know what Ray Blake is doing, if he's like left or if he's I think he's still there. I haven't heard of him taking another coaching position. So maybe he's the guy there, and to Griffith and them. Does he stay? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I still feel I don't know why I feel this, but it seems like some of these guys would still leave.
I think so, too.
Yeah. All right.
It's also, too, like, do you really want to wrestle for a school that just tried to get rid of you?
Yeah. It'd be tough to kind of reconcile that. All right. Who would how much can you deadlift? I don't know. How many of you combined would it take to out deadlift AJ Ferrari? So let's just say of this show,
I think just two of us.
two of us. I mean, I know I've deadlifted.
I haven't deadlifted in so long.
Yeah,
I can get 400. One of you guys get 300. No problem.
Okay, well, yeah, I could do that. Not
There
three.
you
Well,
go. Boom.
I don't need to do 300.
Well,
actually.
do we get to do the deadlift on the weight at the same time, like we're working together, or two separate deadlifts? Because they say like one horse can only pull like a carriage that's like 2,000 pounds, but if you get two horses, they can carry like 10,000 pounds because they work together. I don't know if those are real numbers, but
That sounds so made up.
no, it's a real thing. I'm gonna look it up.
All right, okay.
I mean, I don't think network effect applies to horses.
Oh, we're talking network effect now.
No, it does. It definitely it works. It does. Mrs. Stern's not a liar. My 6th grade English teacher, and she taught
I
us
think
that.
Bracky can pull 300 pounds.
Okay, I like that. I like your confidence in me.
Well,
I
it
like
kind of sounds.
your
It
lack
kind of
of
sounds like
confidence
you
in me.
think he can deadlift more than me.
Can't he?
I hope not. This guy ain't training.
Yeah, Christian's going to get butthurt now because he actually works out and I just pound Red Bulls.
Yeah, but you got that West Virginia strength.
That's right.
I'm from Virginia. Come
Yeah,
on.
you're not very strong.
Yeah,
there.
they're
What do you know? Oh.
They're weaklings there.
Listen.
They ain't got that coal strength.
Oh man.
Yeah. Cold strength.
Whoa.
All right.
One horse, Google says, can pull 8,000 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
2 horses, 32,000 pounds.
For real?
That's 2 Belgian draft horses.
That does not
we're
make
talking
any
Belgian.
sense.
We're
at
talking
all.
Clydesdales.
Yeah, we're talking. I'm only doing thoroughbreds here, boys.
Okay. All right. I learned a little about horses
Yep.
today. This would be a fun thing. Maybe we'll do it. I don't know. Maybe we'll save that for tomorrow. But who would win a duel? 2021 Iowa Hawkeyes or 2010 Iowa Hawkeyes?
I think we should save that for next week because we need to talk about juniors tomorrow.
You're right, Ben. You're so freaking right.
So
But I-
so mature. I'm
I'm not gonna be here tomorrow, guys.
Where are you going? Oh, senior nationals. Okay.
Yeah, what are you
that's cool.
yelling at me for? Like, you don't
Who
know.
are you guys not going to senior nationals?
No, we did cadets.
Who's going?
A bunch of people.
Bader, Spey, JD,
Ollie,
Klingman,
Kozak.
Andy Hamilton,
Nice.
I think.
Yeah, big crew. You're not going, are you?
I'm not going this weekend. No,
Okay.
Aw, man.
I know.
All right. Freestyle lets you score with the same move from top over and over again. Would that incentivize top wrestling and folk style? All we hear is same hold, but top man can tilt or cradle multiple times. We saw boring mat wrestling because the top man is incentivized. Well, I think no. I don't think. Well, I poo-poo your logic because the incentive is not to turn multiple times. The incentive is to. We want them to turn once. Like that's what we're not seeing, right? We're not seeing one turn. We're seeing tummy time and guys on top for minutes at a time without attempting a turn. That is the problem. So I'll say no, and I'll also say, man, if you get a turn in the someone has done the math on this, but if you get a turn in the match, you win like 95% of the matches.
Yeah, a lot.
So I think, especially D1 folk stuff. So I don't know. I don't think that's a problem, and I think I like the different hold. I don't know why. I think maybe it's just because I like folk style.
Well, don't you remember in freestyle there was a significant time period while I was wrestling? I don't remember exactly how far it extended, where you could only turn one time with the same hold, and then you had to get another point. So in my era, we got really good at holding a gut because remember they had the back point, so you could get a 2-point turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get a 1-point hold, then you could then gut them again. I don't know if you remember this. So like no one did laces then because if you did a lace, it was almost impossible to hold them on their back. Like you couldn't do it. So you could actually only get one lace. So that was a really gut heavy era. There is part of me with the lace where it just seems like, I don't want to say you get lucky, right? But if you were to get the lace, you could score 10, 12, 15 points, whatever you need. And it almost does seem unfair. Like, you know, a kid hits a lace in the beginning of the match, and it's like, oh shit, that was a one-move match. Like the match is over now, and it kind of sucks, you know. But obviously, you realize that's the rules, and that's what you have to deal with.
Yeah, I love that element of, I don't know, it just keeps, like we had the Cale Hughes match.
Yep.
Right? He's up 6-0 the whole match. And then boom, takedown falls right into the lace. Like
Spencer Moore.
Spencer Moore, who ended up making the team. Like, man, that stuff is huge. Your ability to transition from takedown to turn. I kind of like that sort of wild card element that you're always in the matches. I think that's one of freestyle's big advantages is, man, 6-0 in folk style, match is over. You can game that thing for a period easily. But in freestyle, you have got to stay engaged and wrestle the whole time. I love how hard it is to keep a lead in freestyle.
It's fair.
It's cool. Which individual wrestler stood out the most over the weekend, and which team? I guess they mean.
So we're talking about the cadets.
I guess so. That's all I
saw. I would say Blake. What Meyer Shapiro I think was really impressive to me. I'm gonna go with him.
Yeah, I think that's my answer as well.
We did talk about that a lot yesterday too.
Yeah.
Like guys that stood out.
Yeah. Which team stood out the most? Ben, you are
I would say, you know what I'd say, and I've been critical of this person in the past, but Seabolt had a lot of good kids. I don't know how many, right? It's not a team competition. I don't know how many, but they had a lot of really good kids.
Yeah, Jessaroga made the team. They had 2 others.
Riggins was in there.
And the Hill, I think, is their heavyweight, who I actually like. I think he's pretty good. I don't know how big he actually is. He's a very skinny heavyweight.
Well, now, I mean, they're really – I don't want to say there's no heavyweight weight class, but in the cadets, it's kind of hard because it's 92, which is 200 pounds. Then 110 is the cap. So 110 is like 230 or something. So there's no really, really big guys in there.
Yeah. Because I remember Gable was so always like ahead of his time. Like the one year he was cadet eligible, and he's like, I'm not cutting down to 110. Like I'm just going to win juniors, and he did. In Gable Stevenson fashion. So yeah, anyway, I like the Hill kid. I thought he was good as well. He actually wrestled Mullen reasonably tough. So I thought Seabolt, and I felt like every time I looked up, there was a Seabolt guy up or in the corner or whatever. I thought they wrestled pretty freaking well.
I was impressed with M2 as well.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they just have a lot more guys. I mean, I remember a few years ago at Super 32, it was just like Levi Haynes, you know? And now you have 5-6 guys that are right there making noise. So David's obviously doing good work there.
Yeah, M2 definitely stood out as well. Okay. This is for Ollie, who maybe is just buying shoes right now. I don't know.
I wish.
You didn't win?
No, I didn't get anything. But, yo, shout out Bailey John. He hit on him. That's congrats, man. I'm happy somebody in the chat got him. Those are fresh.
Wait, he got him? He's not going to hook you up?
Well, no, he said he was going for him, too, man. It's every man for himself at these times, man. I'm not going to – if he wants him, he wants him. You know, what am I going to do?
All right.
Congrats. I'm happy for him.
Shoeless Ollie, fellow heavyweight coach here. This is Mark Vettel.
Shout out.
Need to get some of my big dogs in the gotta eat mentality. What is the most recommended meal for the Aston bulk job? Mac and cheese, milk and peanut butter, gabagool, mozzarella, prosciutto, manigat?
Yes. All of it.
All those things?
Same meal. Double down on the metagut and lots of mozzarella. And then, other than that, you need the Italian cookies in there.
What's an Italian cookie?
You know, like the Italian bakery cookies, maybe some sciugliatelle.
Okay, got it.
You know, some pastries there, a cannoli or two. And yeah, it sounds like you know your stuff, Mr.
So how did you reverse bulk job? Because as you frequently bring up, you're no longer a heavyweight.
You know, working out, fixing my diet, all the things that everybody's like, what's the secret? I'll tell you what right now. There is no secret.
That's right.
It's hard work and eating right and all the things that you don't want to do. That's what it is. That's the secret.
The crazy thing is that you were like a wrestler, and those workouts are harder and more taxing on you than probably anything.
Yeah, with some of my meals, you know? My meals are pretty taxing and hard on me, too.
So you'd have a hard workout, and then you would just go insane.
The
when you
Dominoes, you know, this, spaghetti, ice cream. Sometimes I mix it all together, you know?
Oh, my gosh.
You ever see Heavyweights, the Fat Camp movie?
Oh, great movie.
The end where the guy's like, what I learned from this experience is not to put Twinkies on pizza. I've learned those type of lessons a few times.
Okay. That's good. Okay. Nathan Kreckelberg, do you think that Braxton Amos can really make 197 Wisconsin? That man is enormous.
I've said that. I said that in the duels, in the freestyle matches, that he looks very large. And there's guys like a JD Bergman that was a great 213, but 197 was very difficult to the point where he eventually moved up to heavyweight.
JD Bergman, though, was like, I don't know, probably 6'2" or so. Yeah. Braxton is not that tall, you know.
I'm just saying the guy looks big. I don't care what his height is. He looks large.
Yeah, I think so. I think he will, right?
Yeah, I do too. I'm not saying it's going to be the most fun cut, but I think he'll be all right.
Like Kyle Snyder, that was not a fun cut for him, and he has sort of a I don't know, Snyder-esque build, but he's just a stocky big dude.
Yes. Snyder would be another example of a guy who struggled to make 97. Snyder's not very tall. He's under 6 feet probably.
That's what I'm saying. He kind of fits more of that mold. But I think he'll do it. I think he'll figure it out. And he's been big because he hasn't needed to be small, hasn't needed to be that light yet, right? Yeah. So we'll see what he does.
They got a good nutrition program up there.
It's not just cheese curds and Culver's. I tell you, Culver's.
No.
They got the custard shakes there. You ever had those there, Ben?
I eat my fair share of cheese curds this weekend.
I have not eaten the cheese curds at Culver's.
Oh, they're good. You ever been
to
Culver's?
You guys went and tried it?
Oh, we went twice.
I had them twice, yeah.
Coming and going. You love it, don't you? How did you not go to Culver's?
I'm embarrassed. I said I'd go to Culver's. I'm embarrassed for my Wisconsin people because there's people that speak like Kyle's speaking. And
I know. We heard them.
We met them this weekend.
Starbucks. What can I get started for you?
Super nice there, you know.
Oh yeah, nice people. Super nice. I mean, everywhere you go, it's a smiling face up at the Dells.
Oh, they're all nice and they talk like that. Oh god.
They say Minnesota nice, but you know Ben.
Reciprocity.
Ben might be the meanest guy there in Wisconsin. He's a pretty nice fella, but compared to his neighbors,
they offers to take us out and catch some walleye.
Other than the Manitowoc Police Department, Ben's the meanest sucker they got in that state. It's all that cheese. How can you be that sad when you got that much cheese?
Wow.
Can't get too upset. All right, here's a question.
How was that salmon?
Oh, salmon. Yeah, the guy said he called it salmon.
He did not say salmon.
Yes, he did. Yeah, but here's one thing. Bracky's about to yell at me because I haven't said this to him yet.
Uh-oh.
He doesn't realize that our waiter that night was not Wisconsin. He was like foreign. He was like Eastern European or something, but he thought he had a Wisconsin accent.
Because he did.
Well, he might have if he lived there
everyone else
years.
At the table thought he did.
I thought he sounded.
Well, are you the only one then? Because then maybe you're the wrong one now.
No, everyone else was like.
Who else was there?
I told Bray. I was like, did you see his name? His name was Felipe.
I know,
but Bray even was doing like, he had a Wisconsin accent.
Yeah, if he's where he's learning to speak English is Wisconsin, he's gonna have a Wisconsin accent, despite the fact that he's not from Wisconsin.
Then we had another waiter who was from Turkey.
Yeah, he did not sound Wisconsin.
Yeah, no.
He was very nice.
Very nice guy. Very jacked.
He said he wrestled one time.
Yes.
Just once?
Just 1 year. Yeah.
Oh, a whole year though.
Well, I mean, that's why I took it. Yeah.
Okay, so Nick Croninger's got a question.
That was at Moose Jaw.
Moose Jaw. You ever been there? They give you those little hats you wear. Oh, it's adorable.
They make their own.
Kids love the Moose Jaw.
They love it.
They make their own soda.
Oh, this was funny. Natalie was hungry because, how these tournaments go. You sit there for like 10 hours before you eat. And she's like, towards the end of the tournament, she's like, I think you should ask someone where we should go eat dinner today so you know where to go. She's like, hey, pick this up. I was like, I don't know. Why don't you go ask someone? So she went out in the lobby and talked to some lady and came back with a recommendation. The lady I talked to said we should go to Moose Jaw. So there we went. It was good.
There you go.
All right. More college athletes talk about building their brand through social media. Example, RBY. Do new NCAA rules regarding ownership of personal likeness impact social media? Can you make money off of ads, camps, etc.? Is the payoff for building your brand now or only later?
Well, it's
both.
They can make money now. Is it now or when does it take effect?
It's not in effect yet. They're working on it. Soon. Hopefully, maybe by the end of the summer, maybe. They're gonna make a crap ton on. So that's where they're gonna make the money is social media.
Yes.
Is ad sponsored post. It's not gonna be like you'll see guys do the car dealerships and the pizza places and all that stuff, but the big money stuff is in social media. There's a lot of you can find articles that talk about all these smaller sports, the gymnastics, the wrestlings, the women's basketball, that these people have massive followings on social media. And they're going to be able to utilize those pages to be ads for us, for Cliff Keen, for whoever wants to pay him money. But yeah, the name, image, likeness. That's why you should start building your brand now, because the more followers you have, the more money you're going to get when it goes into effect.
All right, you hear that, Ollie?
My brand.
That's why these guys need to be taking pages out of Ben's book. They need to be listening to Ben.
Boom! I should run a seminar.
You should. You should.
A webinar.
Yeah.
Webinar.
Yeah. He likes to teach the youth. That's why I like Ben.
Yeah, RBY is
he's really
probably the best in college right now.
He does a good job
at the moment.
He's good. Okay. Next, how about Dustin Schlater as the one wrestler to never deal with it? Very good one.
I thought of what was the other one I thought of yesterday after the show? I thought of a really good one. Damn it. What was it? Schlater's a good one, though. I thought of that one. That was a really good one because
I think it was Cody Arnold said Jake Deichler.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Man, because, listen, this is kind of whatever, but Deichler, so if you don't know, Deichler 2008 made the Greco Olympic team, which was insane.
18-year-old.
18-year-old high schooler. He beat, was it Lester? I think Lester was supposed to be the guy, or Dantzler.
Yeah.
I think it was Lester.
No, Dantzler was 74 kg.
Yeah, it was Lester. And that was a huge upset. So, but then he had all these concussion issues, but he got healthy for a little bit at Minnesota, and he wrestled Dake, and he lost to Dake, obviously. But for how Dake was beating guys, he was like super competitive in that match, relatively speaking. You were like, oh man, this guy would be good. But he just never, he was like, just so many concussions, and real shame because he was freaking awesome. He would have been good at folkstyle. He would have been a guy that contended 100%. For national titles. So kind of a shame.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that's a good. So 2 Gophers actually.
Well, the Gophers, eh?
Gophers.
They
got a hard time with the injuries, eh?
Well, they train awful hard there, but some of these things they're flukish in nature, like the head stuff. It's too bad too. Okay. Next question there. Ben's thoughts on Victoria Anthony's transition to MMA.
Yeah, I'm surprised I'm surprised more American women haven't made this transition from wrestling because the knockout stats in women's fighting are obviously way lower, mostly because the weight classes are lower. The lower you go in weight class, the less hard they can hit, and the lower the knockout stats go. Therefore, grappling is significantly more important. Obviously, women's only really has 115, 125, and 135 as weight class options. So if a really high-level female wrestler makes the transition to mixed martial arts, they're going to do really well. And mixed martial arts is one of the probably, I don't want to say closest, but sports where the discrepancy in pay between male and female is not as large as, say, like the NBA, right, or something like that. So the fact that more high-level women wrestlers haven't done it is kind of almost shocking to me because in men's MMA, we've seen quite a few high-level guys, whether it's, Daniel Cormier, Henry Cejudo, Gregory Gillespie, guys who've won NCAA titles, Johnny Hendricks, etc. We've seen it happen. In women's, who's the one girl at 115 who was a pretty good wrestler and she transitioned?
I have no idea.
Yeah, you do. Let me pull up the UFC rankings. She's pretty. You'll know her name. But I think she went to fighting pretty early.
Did Holly Holm ever wrestle?
No, she was a boxer.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me find this name.
Sarah McMahon?
She works with Izzy.
No, Sarah obviously transitioned later. Oh, what is her name? Why am I blanking on this? Carla Esparza wrestler. Thank you, Tatiana Suarez.
That was Tyler.
Tatiana Suarez.
You guys don't hear Tyler, but we hear Tyler.
We hear Tyler.
That's it.
He's the voice of God.
Yes.
So she had a pretty good run when she was younger in wrestling. Yeah, more women should make the transition.
I heard like Forrest Molinari, that was like her plan, like wrestle and then transition to MMA. She's still pretty young in her wrestling career, but I thought I heard that was her plan.
She'd be a good promoter.
Oh my gosh, she'd be great. She seems like made for MMA. She's got the mentality. Yeah, she's cool. I don't Victoria. I don't know. I'm not good at prognosticating MMA success or anything. I wonder if she's gonna be a little small. Well,
115 is pretty small.
I know, but she's like a 48. Truly.
48. What's that? That's 106. I mean, a few promotions have 105s, like one championship, for example, but you don't see it too often.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, and going up 9 pounds at that lighter weight class is like not insignificant, right?
It's like 10% of your body weight almost.
Ollie's always so good at math there. He's a sharp one.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. So good luck to Victoria Anthony there. Next question. Wait, let me find it. One more. Oh, what is it? Who is a comparable prospect to Nick Bouzakis? We're pretty deep into Snyder and Gilman's. Or is this multiple questions? Okay, yeah. Let's start with that one. Who is a comparable prospect to Nick Bouzakis? I thought about this.
What do they mean by that specifically?
I think stylistically, hype-wise, accomplishments, etc. Just like overall prospects, I guess. Yeah. I think the one I'm thinking of, it's not 1-to-1, but it's kind of close in stylistically. Pico. Insane hand fighter, kind of a middleweight. He hasn't delved into like the senior level stuff as much, although he did at Greco. I think that's kind of as I watch.
Is he a sophomore or junior right now?
He is a junior. Here's the thing. So like some guys,
I feel like Pico was winning junior world titles as a junior.
He never won junior worlds.
Okay, he made the finals against Yazdani Tirati.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for all we know, Bouzakis could do that. Yeah.
Okay, he's that good. You guys think?
Yeah,
I do. Yes,
I think he's fantastic, and I think so some guys you see when, and I don't know how I can reconcile the difference here, but I'll try. Some guys you see and they win, and you can tell they're winning because physically they're just a lot stronger and more developed than people. Mm-hmm. But you kind of feel like, all right, eventually these kids are going to catch up with them. But like with guys like Pico and Bouzakis, it's different to me. And it looks a little different. And I feel like they're going to have that advantage. They're just people, they're just going to have a physical advantage over their opponents throughout much of their career. And I just think it's going to translate. And I think he has a high level of a thing that Pico and Bouzakis have is high level of athleticism as well. It's not just like they're brutally overpowering guys. Like they can really move and they're really strong and physical and they love it. And I think that's what Pico has, and I think that's what Bouzakis has. And that's why I think he's a next-level recruit.
Yeah, so the one thing I always think back to with Pico, obviously the Zane matches are relatively well-known.
Yeah.
But you remember how bad he would beat up Joey McKenna?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't competitive. Like, he just kick his ass.
Yeah.
I mean, for real, that's what happened. We'll go watch the matches.
When's the last time they wrestled, though? Are we talking Fargo?
Yeah, Fargo. I think McKenna was a senior in high school, and I think Pico was, I believe, a grade or two younger.
Yeah. They had the crazy.
But that's what we're talking about, high school stuff right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're talking. Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, no, Pico he had a special kind of strength.
He did, and he still does. Do you know anything about his upcoming MMA stuff? Does he have a fight soon?
Ooh, I don't know. Let me look.
I'm gonna find it first.
Oh, but no, I already found it.
No, come on, I'm gonna find it first. I'm faced there so fast.
He's got to soon.
I don't see anything scheduled.
He actually won 3 fights in 2020, which is pretty rare for people to get 3 fights in 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess what he needed, to get a couple fights. It looks like he just pulled out of a fight in April. Is that 2021?
Yeah.
For medical issues. So I don't know what that means. Okay, we are pretty deep in. This is from Austin Denson as well. We are pretty deep into Snyder and Gilman's transition to the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club. Have you noticed anything different about their wrestling over their time there? Ben?
I don't really think so.
Yeah, I feel the same.
Yeah.
And I don't think you were going to. I don't think they're going to. And the differences maybe are slight. I think, one, with Kyle, you really need to see him against the highest of the high level guys, like against the Colin Moores, who was his former teammate and training partner. We didn't get to see him against like a Jaden, and even against Jaden, I don't know if we would know, right? You almost need to see him against like a Sharifov, or how does he do against a Sajalayev? And I don't think so, and I don't think Nittany Lion's not going to get them to come here, and they're not going to change how they wrestle. They're just going to make subtle tweaks.
Yeah, exactly. At that level, you're just gonna make subtle tweaks and add a little tiny bit here and a little tiny bit there, but those things add up. So, I think the other thing with these two is that they had so much success previously. You're not going to measure their national level success as improvement. It could be failure, right? But you're going to have to see these guys have a lot of success at the world level to consider that improvement is kind of how I think about it.
Right. And the also thing you have to remember is, Kyle won in 15, 16, and 17, right? Thomas Gilman has been a world silver medalist. So they would just be kind of, in some ways, returning. But, stylistically, maybe it'll look different, right? Cale Sanderson's like maybe one of the best wrestlers from a collar tie ever in the world.
Yeah.
Like and that's where Kyle makes a lot of his money, and Gilman's a vicious hand fighter as well. So we'll see. But at this point, I think no. And then last question. This should be a short one. Has Ben ever met LeBron?
Ooh,
you're both on the 2008 Olympic team. You weren't one of you were. I think it was Andy or Cormier. They were like really into meeting the basketball. I think Cormier.
It was DC. Does the Kobe thing.
He met
with
Kobe.
The story. Yeah.
I think it was Andy Rovat told the story of Cormier meeting him. Okay. Did you meet anyone famous in that 2008 Olympic? I know you don't really care about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure I did. No one that I recall that was all that exciting.
Did you ever meet Phelps?
One time I got to meet Ron Paul. That was tremendous. I got to have dinner with him. Greatest politician in American history.
Well,
What are we doing here?
Ron Paul.
We asked about Olympians.
That's about Olympians.
Telling you who I'm pumped to meet.
He was an
Ron Paul.
Olympic shot putter. Ron Paul.
Oh my God, man! All the cool people you met, and you're most jacked about Ron Paul.
Oh my gosh.
I
You
met
were on Rogan.
I met Charlie Lee, the inventor of Litecoin, the founder of Litecoin.
Get out of here.
What
We're
the
the show's
hell?
done. Show's done.
Play
This
the
is bumming me
music.
out. He knows what. No. All out.
You were on Rogan. My God.
I never met Satoshi Nakamoto though, because no one knows who that is.
Sounds
All
super.
right. Yeah. Now you're just being.
The Nakatomi Plaza?
This
he
is
the
a
one?
shtick.
Oh my God.
This is a shtick.
Is this the guy that owned the Die Hard building?
All right, I'm out.
Hey, did you see Mario Lopez put out the clip of you talking nice about him?
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a great dude.
Maybe that's the most famous person. Nope. Ron
Well,
Paul.
no, Ron Paul.
Mario Lopez. He's pretty cool.
He's pretty
That's
pretty
cool, Ron
awesome.
Paul.
You know what else is cool? You for listening to this whole show. If you did it, congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
I
You
wouldn't
made
blame
it.
you.
I wouldn't blame you if we lost you when we started doing our accents. Yo, Ben just hung up. Go to bed right now. He literally,
He's been.
he cannot be troubled.
So, yeah.
When
I mean,
it
at least-
freezes like that, that's how you know he hung up.
Nice smile.
Hang up, Ben. Wow.
All right, I gotta go to the bathroom. This is it.
Ron
I'm
Paul.
done. I'm not even
Ollie's
waiting
getting
for the clear.
shoes. Ben left.
I didn't get any shoes.
Me and Brett get last two standing, and Tyler. Tyler
Let's
can't
go
wait
eat
to cut us.
tacos.
Yeah.
Taco later.